A civic association creates 3 different committees to be staffed entirely by association members. If each member must serve on at least one committee, how many members serve on all 3 committees? So the first thing we can do before we even hit the answer choices and look at so we are to imagine a Venn diagram where these 3 things overlap. Excuse the ugly circles, where let's say this is A and this is B and this is C, where A has 28 members in the circle between the non-overlapping and the overlapping parts, B has 15, and C has 22. The first thing you should do, aside from envisioning it in this way, is add up these numbers. 28 and 22 is 50, plus 15 equals 65. So there are 65 committee slots that are being filled by people. And we need to find out how many people are in this central region here in all 3 committees. In order to do that, we need to find out some more values about how these sets overlap. Statement 1 tells us there are 50 total members of the association. So if we know there are 50 total members and 65 committee slots being filled, we know that there are 15 members who are doing at least double duty and possibly triple duty. However, we cannot determine exactly how many are on 3 committees versus how many are on 2. We just know that 15 of these spots are occupied by someone who's already in another committee. So statement 1 on its own is not sufficient. We can get rid of A and D from our answer choices. Statement 2 tells us that 7 people serve on both committees A and C. So this little area here, oh sorry, A and C, A and C, this one is 7. Now it's possible that those 7 people are actually the ones who serve on all 3 committees. It's also possible that none of those 7 people serve on all 3 committees. All this tells us is that since everyone who serves on all 3 committees would be a person who serves on committees A and C, because they serve on all 3, the maximum number of people who serve on all 3 committees is 7. The minimum number is 0 because, again, this could be this number as opposed to this number. So without knowing which is which, or without knowing how to differentiate between those on 2 committees versus 3, statement 2 is not sufficient. We can get rid of choice B. In conjunction, we still don't actually have enough information to go from, knowing that there are 15 overlapping, 15 people, or 15 spots are occupied by someone who's already in another committee, and 7 people are on both A and C, we still aren't able to narrow it down and figure out how many of those 7 are on all 3 committees, whether it's 0 or all 7. So even in conjunction, the 2 statements are insufficient, and it's answer choice E.